Yo people, welcome back to another video. Now, I want to clear up some stuff because the last few days have been mixed in the Star Wars realm because fans fall for the clever wording of journalists and the rumours, etc. We got the apparent news that first broke that said Kathleen Kennedy, aka the killer of Star Wars, was, quote, expected to retire this year. Now, I was going to make a video about it, but I decided to wait because I knew this wouldn't be the end of it. As soon as people started celebrating and the mainstream media started picking up on this news, I don't know if Kathleen and Disney got triggered because they wanted to announce it themselves or something, but she basically did an interview immediately and addressed the rumours that blew up about her retiring. And long story short, she said that she wasn't retiring, which is what the original rumour said as I read it out, and instantly I saw people saying that from the interview, they gathered that Kathleen Kennedy had decided to stay at Star Wars and essentially the leaving rumours were fake. So immediately that whole thing spread and it created a whole she's staying, she's not staying, she's staying, she's not staying. Even top content creators on YouTube fell for the whole she's staying narrative, which I don't know who started pushing that, but it's fake. Again, this is why I waited before making this video. Fans and content creators got pump faked. I read the thing for myself and Kathleen Kennedy basically said that she will be leaving her role at Lucasfilm. However, she won't be retiring from being a producer or whatever other jobs that she has. Again, she basically discredited the original rumor that said she was retiring altogether, so I don't know how people spun that into thinking she's not leaving Star Wars. She even says that she will help her successor with future projects going forward at Star Wars. I personally think that we may get news of a successor as early as Star Wars Celebration next month in Japan. Then, after all that was cleared up, we got two pieces of news which further proves that even when she's gone as president, she's already left garbage stuff in place to get pushed, and it's all part of her trash legacy. Even when she's not there, trash is going to come out because the plans have been set in place. The first one was that Taika Waititi's working with a new writer for his Star Wars movie. Apparently Kathleen has read the first act that Taika wrote and says that she loved it. So now we know that if she loves it, it must be dog shit. Taika is also the same guy who created the garbage film Thor Love and Thunder, to the point that Chris Hemsworth allegedly doesn't want to work with him going forward into that next Thor film. The second bit of news was about Sean Levy's Star Wars film, which stars Ryan Gosling. Kathleen herself said that the film will take place, quote, 5 or 6 years after the rise of Skywalker. So again, making films no one asked for, in a timeline no one cares about, then when the film fails, they'll blame the fans once again. So Disney is showing us once again that they have no problem burning money. They don't hold Kathleen Kennedy accountable for failure. They don't care about none of that stuff. And I think that's my biggest annoyance with Disney and the whole Kathleen Kennedy thing. She's had over 10 years to prove herself. And the last 10 years have mostly been failure. And she's not been fired. She's not been held accountable for destroying Star Wars. It's crazy that at this high level, where millions of dollars are essentially invested, people aren't held accountable for failure. Kathleen was even behind the failure that was Indiana Jones 5. I've seen more accountability at normal 9-to-5 jobs, but somehow there's none at Disney. They don't care about making good content because either way they get paid and they have no risk of losing their jobs. Again, let's get one thing clear. I don't think Kathleen leaving saves Star Wars at all. Star Wars is beyond dead and it would pretty much take restarting the whole Disney era to cleanse this mess. The whole universe is disjointed and there's lots of garbage projects in between the three trilogies which disrupts the story in general. They've done the whole try and rewrite Luke, rewrite the Chosen One prophecy. They've messed up their whole story going against George's work that it all just feels shit now. And as we know, Kathleen will cherry pick one of her minions or someone that she knows to take over at Star Wars unless Disney themselves interfere. But as we've seen over the last 12 years or so, they don't interfere in nothing, they don't care, so they won't do it this time. Hopefully I'm wrong, but this is a mess from top to bottom, from Kathleen down to the actors and actresses that get chosen as well for all these projects. I even seen a lot of copium from fans thinking that Jon Favreau or Dave Filoni have a chance at replacing Kathleen. You must not understand how big this mess is. I've seen names like Kevin Feige as well, as if he's even been good at Marvel recently. But like I've just explained, the company is infested from top to bottom with idiots selected by Kathleen for a reason. It's basically a mafia of Kathleen obeyers. In an ideal world, I'd probably give it to Jon Favreau myself because he truly gets Star Wars. He's a veteran in the movie industry and he'd know what he's doing. But that's just too good to be true in this world. And again, he'll get scapegoated under the whole, oh, but Mando Season 3 was a failure. Book of Boba Fett failed. and he was involved, he was one of the main guys for those projects. But we all know who forced him to change his story. Kathleen has been using Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni as shields, literal shields, to deflect any blame off of her onto them because they're the chosen ones. If the chosen ones do any failure, people just don't say it's a failure. They say the show's actually good. So we're not falling for these manipulation tactics from Kathleen. If you still do, then good luck to you in life. But yeah, as always, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'd appreciate if you could like the video, sub to the channel as well, as we are so close to 1k. Thank you for your time and have a great rest of your day.